I'm like, this guy is crazy. Like, now I see why you're in special ed. Like,
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure to cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like control. Yeah, like control.
hey y'all, it's your girl Lisi. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, let's get focused. So y'all see the title of the video. We are back again with another story time, and this story time is basically going to be about the time that, yes, I got suspended. Like, I know some of y'all didn't think I had it in me to really get in trouble, but I did. And before I even get into this story, like, the reason I got suspended was like so dumb, and it was just like, for why? But let's get into it. So, important fun facts. This was like the first and only time I've ever got suspended in my whole like school career. Like I told y'all from the last story time, I was a good kid. I had a mother that was strict. You know, I love my mom and stuff like that. But when I was a kid, like, she was strict. Like, I was a little afraid. Like, and not afraid, like, afraid for my life, but just like, I was the only child. So it's like, I got everything that I wanted. I would, what some people call spoiled, because I did get everything I wanted, as long as I was a good kid and as long as I was doing good in school. Like, that was the only way I was getting all the stuff and racking up on everything that I wanted. And then on top of that too, like, my mom had me going to church and stuff when I was a little kid. So, you know, I got that spirituality and stuff in me as well, which just adds to, you know, the good human being and the decent human being with morals that I am. So I wasn't getting in trouble in school. Like, I'm not going to say I never got in trouble, because there was times even after this story where I've gotten into trouble. But this is the only time, like, the big dogs had to let me know, like, yeah, girl, we can't do this. So this story took place when I was in elementary school. I was in the 5th grade. So at the time when I went to elementary school, I went to the same school that my mom taught in. My mom's a teacher. So for her convenience purpose, you know, as far as being efficient in the morning when it comes to her having to get to work and having to make sure that I get to school, it was convenient to have me go to school where she worked, especially because she was an elementary school teacher and I was in that time frame of my life. And I went to elementary school in Brooklyn. So my class, I was in like one of the best class. This is how I know I'm smart. Because I was in one of like the smartest classes in the elementary school. It was called like E. It had like an E in front of it. I don't remember what the E stood for, but all my classes were on the first floor as far as all my grades, because for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, you stayed with the same teacher in the same classroom for the whole year. So I was in E101, E102, E103, E104, and E105. And we were on the first floor because, I guess, because we was the smartest kids. Like, I don't know. So, of course, with every school, y'all know there comes, like, your special ed department. And, you know, we had special ed kids. We kind of knew who a few were around the school, because they were, it's a million, well, not a million, but, like, it's a number of reasons why a kid could be in special ed. Like, they could be a little behind educationally, or I was trying to think of another word, but they could be behind as far as like their thinking process and everything like that. They could just be a bad kid, and now it's like you're so bad to the point where it's like, nah, you can't be around the other kids, and a whole bunch of other stuff too. I don't really want to get into the logistics, because I don't want somebody who's like a special ed teacher or whatever trying to come at me like, oh, you're giving people the wrong information. So that's just off of what I saw, whether they were like a bad kid or they were a little behind, or maybe they had a disability, like a mental disability, and it's like they couldn't be in the regular classroom because they need to have that attention on them when it comes to learning. So it was this one kid in the special ed department. I was just about to say his name, but let's just call him Cuckoo, because the actions that he took, like, I see why you were in special ed now. Like, you was moving real cuckoo, bro. Cuckoo, like, I don't know, like, what it was in my head or in everyone else's head around this school, but everybody knew, like, stay far away from him, because it was like known around the school like he was crazy. Like, his marbles was not marbling. Like, he was just a kid that people knew, like, don't mess with him because he'll beat you up. Like, I think he was known for getting into fights with kids. Like, I don't know if he had anger management, what was going on in the house, but he did have a twin sister that went there as well, and she was the complete opposite of him. Like, she was quiet to herself, and it was given, like, at certain times, like, she would be, like, embarrassed that was her brother, because it's like she knew he was bad as ish, and the whole school knew that was her brother. So yeah, that's him, Cuckoo. I don't even know Cuckoo like that. I haven't even been around him that much. I just knew, Cuckoo, you stay away from him, you stay out of his path. Okay, cool. Now mind y'all, like I said, this is 5th grade. This is the year that I graduate from elementary school. So it was like nice outside. I really don't remember what month it was, but it was nice outside. Because we were outside having recess, and it was just a beautiful day. I remember it. The weather forecast said that it was going to be raining the whole day. I guess at school it's not even raining, and I'm wearing these big thick rain boots, and you know, I wasn't savvy at the time to think to bring like an extra pair of shoes just to wear inside during the day, even though it's raining outside. So I just had rain boots that I was wearing the whole day. So me and my 2 friends, what we gonna call them? Let's call the first one Jen, and then the other girl Ali, cause y'all can see why I call her Ali. So Jen, she was like my best friend at the time, like in like the elementary, middle school years. And Ali, she was like a mutual friend between us. So, you know, we will all just somehow wind up here and there hanging out together during recess. So Jen and Ali and me and myself, we were sitting outside during recess one day. And mind you, let me tell y'all something. Our schoolyard was huge. Like, when I tell y'all it was huge, like, it was huge. Because our schoolyard was big. What does that mean? Big means what? Space. We have space. We have plenty of space for everyone to be in their own designated area, playing and doing whatever it is you do during lunch. Playing chess, playing checkers, playing kickball, playing patty cake, talking, gossiping, whatever you do during recess. Everyone had more than enough room to do that. We had, when I tell you the yard was huge, the yard was huge. We had a big yard plus a playground, plus an additional playground. So during this day, me, Jen, and Ali, we were all sitting like kind of near the entrance of the playground, but literally the entrance of the playground, the yard was right outside of it. So, and there was like a gate that kind of separated the two, but the entrance was pretty open for you to just go in and out. So we were sitting there, right? And in our school, let me know in the comments, like, if you had stuff like this going on in your school. It was like these makeshift soccer dudes. Like, they would get a random ball and a whole bunch of them would play soccer during lunch in the yard. And when they would play soccer, they would literally, like, let's say the yard is as big as what you see here. Like, they would be like all over the yard, like all over the yard. Like, they have no like goalie. They have no like, oh, this is out of bounds area. Like, they had none of that. So mind you, the yard was big, but they chose not to have like, okay guys, we're not gonna go past this vicinity. Like, they didn't have none of that going on. So sure enough, like I said, y'all, me, Jane and Ali, we were all sitting where we were sitting. Okay, we were out of the way from everyone. We were enjoying our nice day. It was supposed to rain that day, and we were just sitting minding our business, right? Sure enough, the world tour soccer players traveling around, and we see them in the distance. They're like, I see them in the distance, and in my head I'm just like, like, I hope they don't come over here, because don't come over here. Like, don't even, they were just so oblivious of the space and the people around them. The whole group. So sure enough, they got closer, and literally the ball was like this close to like being kicked into my face. Now, today's me, would I just be sitting down on the concrete just out in the open? No, I would have been like, we had like a little fake ledge in there, and it had like plants and little trees and stuff on it, and the ledge was big enough for you to sit down on it. I would have been sitting on the ledge in the shade, like really out of sight. Like, but we were still kind of in sight. And sure enough, the ball almost hit me in my face. So, you know, me being Lacey, because I've evolved over the years, but I stay true to my personality. Like, that's one thing that hasn't changed, my personality. And me being me, you know, I was flipping off at them out. I'm like, these mother effers, like, they got the mother effing, they almost get the mother, like, I'm just black. And like, I said what I said. I don't even know what I said, but I know, like, I had a little sailor's mouth in elementary school. So whatever, I said what I said. Ali and what's the girl name? Jen, because I forgot her fake name that I gave her. Me, Ali, and Jen, and we just sitting there and we just kikiing. Like, we just like, yeah, these dumb bleeps, da 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 da. But mind you, when we kikiing to ourselves. Like, we're not cursing them out, nothing. Because at this point, they had already, like I said, they were world tour soccer players. So it's like they move around very quickly, very quickly. So they had already left or whatever. They're moving on to the next location. So out of the corner of my eye, and I feel like all of us, we look to our right and we see none other than Cuckoo charging at us. Like, he is
That's suspicious. That's weird.
like, he's I'm like, what's he about to I was like scared, y'all, because like I said, it was, word around town was, don't mess around with this dude. Like, so we see him charging at us, and me, I'm sitting on the floor comfortable, like, I got my hands back, like, legs crossed, like, we just all looking at him like, he can't be coming over here. Like, he don't got no business coming over here. We don't even know him. I've never had a conversation with this dude a day in my life, but he over here charging at us. So we waiting to see what's about to happen. Do y'all know Cuckoo kicked me in my leg? He kicked me in my whole, like, he kicked me like I was the soccer ball and he was trying to make it in the goalie, and it was like 3 seconds left in the game. That's how he kicked me. And I was like,
wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
But y'all, thank God the kick didn't even hurt. Cause like I said, I had my rain boots on, and them rain boots, they were thick. They was thick, okay? So the impact didn't really hurt me, but I was just sitting there like confused as to why would you just randomly run up and kick me? Like, I didn't even do anything to you. So of course, y'all know during lunch, it's lunch aids, because, you know, they gotta make sure the kids is kidding around and not doing nothing crazy. So one of the lunch aides, she saw it, she was nearby. She was like, hey, why would you do that to her? Get over here right now. Da 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 da. Cause yeah, all of us are confused. Like, why would you just come over here and kick me? And he was like, oh, she said something to me. She said something to me. Da, 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 da. And y'all, everything was going by real fast. But in that moment, I realized, oh snap, like he was like in the group of the kids who was playing soccer, who was on the world tour soccer team. And I'm like, in my young head, I'm like, this guy is crazy. Like, now I see why you're in special ed. Like, because nobody was even like talking to you specifically. Like, I didn't even know you were playing soccer, my boy.
Who are you?
Like, I didn't even know. Like, I didn't see you. Like, and I wasn't even directly talking to anyone. Like, I guess I was that loud. People tell me I'm loud. I guess I was that loud in 5th grade to where my frustrations to the whole soccer team and group as a whole got misconstrued in your head with your brain cells because you thought that I was talking to you. You thought that I was talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the mass. But again, you're cuckoo. So of course you thought I was talking to you. So now the lunch aide, she's like, what? She's trying to investigate. Now to the left of me, I told y'all, to the right of me, I seen him coming. To the left of me, I hear somebody blacking. Like, oh, what's up? Da, 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 da. I'm like, who's that? Yo, it's Ali. Ali's blacking because Ali, she's not having it. And Ali, girl, you know who you are. You know who you are, girl. She wasn't having it. She really didn't like the fact that, why would you come over here and kick her? Like, nobody, you're talking about, oh, she said something to you. She wasn't even saying nothing to you. Like, she was just tight that the whole group was over here almost, and the ball almost, like, you don't even know that the ball almost hit me in my face. And what, you're mad because you thought somebody was talking to you and they really wasn't? Now, Ali is blacking. And it's getting real, like, intense. Like, Ali's blacking. Cuckoo is going back and forth with her. And now they're arguing. And I'm just standing there like, what's about to happen? Like, what's about to happen? Like, I'm just looking back and forth. Ali, this is why I said her name is Ali, y'all. This is why I said her name is Ali. She said, what's up? Do y'all know they started fighting? A boy and a girl. And let me tell you, Ali, she got the hands because he did not get the best of her. Like, they were brawling. She was like, boop, 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 boop. He was like, boop, 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 boop. And, you know, at the end, mind you, yo, when I tell y'all, the whole yard was on our side of the park, because the way they was fighting, like I told y'all, we was sitting right outside of, like, the entrance to the playground area where they had the little slide and whatever the case may be. And when she had got up, he was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And, you know, the aide, it's only so much she could do if two kids is about to fight. And she can't hold them back because she's going to get hurt in the middle. So when they fought, you know what I'm saying? They ended up a little bit after the entrance of the playground. And they was just like, like, they had each other, like, they both had grips on each other. Like, they was both, like, he didn't beat her up. Let me just, yeah, like, like I said, it was an even fight, but for her to be a girl up against this, God, you know, on YouTube, we can't really curse that much. This B-ass N-word, she held her own, okay? And shout out to you, because I wasn't gonna do nothing. I was about to go toe to toe with him. He would have effed me up, like, for real. But she I don't know what fighting training her parents gave her. They taught her how to fight. They told her how to square up, something like. That's why I'm calling her Ali, because it was given Layla Ali. I should just call her Layla. But it was given Layla Ali, like her father was Muhammad Ali, and you know, from birth he's been teaching her boxing moves and how to size somebody up and whatever the case may be, and that's exactly what happened. So you know, they're at the point now they both got each other by the shirt, by the neck. They, you know what I'm saying, on the wall. And more lunch aides come, they breaking them up. And y'all, like, this was like the first fight like I've ever witnessed in my life. Like, I don't even think I saw a fight like on TV or any videos, because you know, the technology the way it is today for these kids, it was not the way how it wasn't the same growing up for me. Like, I grew up on like the the DS. I had a DS Lite. You know that mess. None of them had internet, and if you did, you had to connect, and Wi-Fi wasn't that big of a thing. And I didn't even get a phone until after I graduated elementary school. So I wasn't on game to a lot of stuff. Like, I'm an only child. I'm not in the streets. My mom has me going to church. I have a strict mother, so I'm not in and out and stuff. And I did have cousins that, you know, they live not too far away from me, but it's like, I didn't start getting on game. I was a late bloomer when it came to like street stuff, y'all. So that was my first fight I ever saw in my life, and I was just scared. Like, I was just scared. Like, I couldn't believe that something like this could happen off of words. I was just like, why is this going on? So I go to the lunch aid, and I'm like, oh my god, like, this happened all because I said da da da. And basically, I don't even remember what I said to the lady, but she took me in, and she took me into the office for questioning, because I was basically one of the parties involved in the situation. And when it all came down, yo, I got suspended because you know, y'all want to know why I got suspended? I got suspended because apparently I instigated a fight.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh my, and you know what, at the same time too, I snitched on myself, y'all. And I didn't have no older brothers and sisters to tell me a certain situation, just because the lady completely even forgot that he ran up and kicked me, and oh, she said something to me, whatever the case may be, because they were so everybody was so focused on these two kids are fighting. And it's not even like, okay, these two kids, it's a whole boy versus a girl fighting right now. Like, ugh, like that dude today, he probably beats on women. Like, or I don't know what happened in his future, because I didn't see him after elementary school, but he probably beats on women. Like, and God bless whoever comes in his path, because if he was like that from childhood years, I would hope it got fixed, but hey, who knows. But yeah, I basically snitched on myself by telling the lunch aide, oh, I said a curse word, and that's what basically enticed him. So yeah, my reasoning for getting suspended was because I instigated a fight and I cursed. Mind you, all the kids in the school cursed. Was they getting suspended? No. But I think it's because I was my mother's daughter. Everybody knew in the school, like, oh, that's Miss such and such daughter. I'm not gonna say my mom's name because I'm just not. It was just like me getting suspended, and we was in ISS, which is in school suspension. We didn't have the suspension where we had to stay home because it really wasn't that deep. I got 1 day, and Ali and Cuckoo, they both got 3 days. And you know what's crazy? The day we got suspended, like, that started like the very next day. Like, the school board department, whoever was in charge, they did not waste no time with making sure that we were suffering the consequences right away. And y'all, I was so sad because literally the next day, we were supposed to go on a field trip to the bowling alley. Guess who couldn't go? Guess who couldn't go? Because of Cuckoo crazy ass. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs behind. Like, are you okay, bro? Like, so yeah, it's the next day. We're in ISS, y'all. Miserable. we all in the same room too. So it's like we all have no choice but to sit in each other's faces for like the next few hours, like, and just wow, like all this drama just to have to sit and look at each other. And yeah, I did my one day. I don't know how their next 2 days went, because they obviously got more time because they got physical with each other. And yeah, I never got suspended again, because I'm pretty sure I was on punishment at home. Like, I'm pretty sure my mom was probably embarrassed, because it's like, you know, when it comes to like a job and stuff, you already have people that probably look at you a certain way or talk about you behind your back. And y'all just know how people are, that Miss Such and Such daughter was over here instigating trouble and stuff like that. So I can only imagine like how she felt. After that, I just stayed away from him. Like, if I seen him, I would just, because I wasn't trying to have him put his hands on me. Like, that's one thing. Like, my mom didn't give me no fight training like how Ali's parents was probably doing her, because my thing is she had to learn that from somewhere. We're in 5th grade. Like, how do you know to like press somebody like that? Like, she really pressed him like, what's up, what's up, what's up, boop 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 boop. Like, they got it cracking. Like, so yeah, stayed away from him. Thankfully, like I said, it was 5th grade. That was our graduation year. It was already like spring around this time. So it's only so much time that we had to continue to be around him. I was praying to God like that he didn't go to my middle school, because I just was like, but I don't really think he was going to our middle school, because my middle school was like another school that like you had to be smart to get in there. It was like low-key one of the prestigious middle schools. So thank God he didn't go there, and I never saw him again. And that's basically that story on how I got suspended, y'all. It really wasn't that bad compared to the rest of the stories that I be seeing. I'm like, damn, my mama, she would have taught me a new a-hole if I was going crazy like that. So yeah, that's that story, y'all. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and turn on your post notifications as well, so that when I post, you know exactly when I post and you can stay up to date. But again, thank y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one later.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure to cry for you.